Hello, and welcome to attempt 2 at a conlang stream. Hiya. I decided to actually do it, but this time we're going to start making a new conlang. I don't want to do translations. I hate translating. I hate using conlang. I just want to mess around, make one. Funny grammar. That's what I want to do. And forget what all of it means very quickly. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll see if anyone ever barges into my room at any point. I don't think you can hear the person on a phone call outside of my room. But if you can, I guess that's a bit of an issue. Oh, let me look. You also stopped. Okay, I don't think you can hear him. But anyway. Start, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to do this still. Not professional. Let's do the vowels first. I guess this will be, oh, what did I do? Click off of it. That's actually impressive. It's like a single thing there. Alright, so vowel. Oh, let's rename this phonology. So I want to go with a fairly simple, hello, Ice, how's it going? I'm doing a conlang stream, that's fun. I don't think you know what conlangs are. Let's look up international alphabet chart. This is a pretty useful tool. Hello, alienist. How's it going? Oh, goodbye, alienist. See you later. Crazy how people can be messaging when it says 0 viewers. That's really impressive. I don't know what's up with that. Alright, where are the vowels at? Also, it said I had 60 followers before, and one of them disappeared overnight, so that's kind of crazy. I don't know where they went. I don't know who, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's see, what should we go with? I like E, I like Y, I like E, and U. I like them. They're fun. Ooh, that's also fun. We should definitely include all three of those. Let's put these in here. Let's do. I don't want anything too complicated, so let's do close central and back only. I don't want to mess with anything else. This is not right. This is supposed to be front. I promise I know how to do this. I've definitely been doing this for what, 3 to 4 years now? Definitely. I definitely remember how this works. Yeah, anyway. So let's do this. I like E. That one's fine as well. Let's do this one. Can I copy you, please? Okay, never mind. Just use this thing. Where is it? And I still can't find it. Alright, there we go. I'm talking frantically. It's kind of funny. Alright. I guess I should do this like this. There we go. Alright, so that kind of sets the stage for how I'm going to do this. We need a mid section. Not mid as in kind of crappy, but mid as in literally the middle. Let's see. There's let's go with the open mid section actually. I like open mid a lot. Those are fun. And then there's yeah, that's those are classics though. Those are classics. We gotta go with them. Oh my gosh. You know what? Screw that. Screw that. I'm gonna just use this. Where's the other one? This, right? I think it's that. Yeah, that's that one. I remember now. So we can do that, and then the other one, the classic, classy. Where is it? Like an upside down B. There it is. So there we go. This is a pretty basic vowel set so far. Should we go with schwa, the good old classic let's not do a schwa. I think it'll be more interesting without schwa. I think maybe. And then we'll do an open section where I'm going to generically say that we have a vowel that's just open. Merge all. We're going to call you A. Here's the problem. We have to Romanize things, and Romanizing is pain. But since I don't think I want diphthongs, I always say it wrong because I learned it wrong. So where is this? center. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, just going to use this, it's easier. I'm just going to make them combinations of two vowels to represent it. So I'm going to use EU for that. I'm going to use, what's a good one for this? I think this one actually could be good as Y. I know that's going to annoy a lot of people, but I think it would be good. This one's of course going to be E. I don't have an O, which is interesting. I guess you can just be O. That would make sense. And then we're going to make you, I don't know. We'll make you that. There we go. We have some nice little symbols there. I think that'll be good. I think that's a good set for vowels. So we have E, U, E, U, A, or A, or and Ah. There we go. Good set right here. This will probably annoy some people too, but it's whatever. I don't care. Now we gotta do consonants now. I like getting funky with consonants, but I guess we should probably go with something somewhat normal. I just need it to be a good set. So of course we're gonna need nasal, we're gonna need plosive, fricative. I don't think I'm gonna do affricates. I'm a big affricate hater. We'll do approximant, of course. We'll do lat approximant separately. Let's see, what else is there? Lateral. Any other good suggestions or anything? Let's look at the chart. Just anything good. Let's see. Adjectives are fun. We could do adjectives, or I don't want to do clicks. Clicks just become too much of a pain too fast, and I can't do implausives. Anything good in the extended? I forgot what extensions even have. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Nah, I don't think so. We don't have trills or taps. Should I do a trills or taps? I mean, trills are fun. Let's just add a trill for fun, dude. And I think that's good. Maybe we could do adjective. I think I'll just add adjectives to the things, though. Next, we definitely need bilabial. Just a classic, of course. What's some other good ideas here? Bilabial. Labiodental is common, but I don't know if I want to do it for this. I just don't think it will. I don't think it'll be good, cool. We need a good set of consonants so that we can make a lot of syllables and words and stuff distinct from each other. But we also don't want it just be a mess and hard to distinguish things. Like this set is fairly easy to distinguish everything in. It's a fairly distinctively sounding set. But we wanted to make sure it's similar here. So I think, here, let's just make this labial actually. That way I can do what I want with it. And then we can do, I gotta add bidental. Bidental is a classy one. I like doing it. Is there anything that would go before it though? Nah. Not that I'm gonna use anyway. Then we'll add, should we do dental as well? No, let's just do alveolar. Alveolar. Do palatoalveolar. Palatoalveolar. That one should be good. We'll do palatal. Do velar. Actually, let's not. I'll do that. Should we do that? I guess we can do that. And then we can do, let's see, what else? Glottal. Let's see, what's another fun one? Another good one. No, actually, no. Wait, I don't know what I want to do. those just are not easy to say in speech, so I don't think I want to do those. So let's just settle with glottal. So I think we'll do, which side does voice normally go on? On the right. Okay. So let's go with M, N. Is that one distinct? So this is na, and this one is na, and then this one is nya. Let's see. This is fairly distinctive, but I don't think I want to do it. Personally, I don't want to do it. Palatal nasal here. This, that in, and then of course we gotta add the velar nasal. It's eng is a classic. Eng is a classic. We gotta do it. All right. So far we got a good selection, in my opinion. Good selection for nasals. So plosives, I think we want to do voice plosives and objective plosives. So all the voiceless ones will be objective. So we got, that's just an easy way of writing it. We'll worry about all of the romanization later. So we got this. I think this is good. It's just a matter of selecting which ones get plosives, which ones don't. I don't think palatal deserves any. It's just too much of a pain. And glottal, I don't like the glottal stop, actually. I don't want it. Actually, let's see. Da, 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 da. Are those distinctive? Da, ada, adaba, 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 adaba. I don't know. I think they're a bit hard to distinguish, so I won't do that. Alright, so the whole point of doing this was to do fa-va, just generally. We can do sa-za here. Anyway, so the whole point of bidental, by the way, like, you can't do bidental and not add the, the actual bidental consonants. So, let's see. You got this one, and then you got yeah, this one. Which clearly these need to be romanized. Look at those symbols, they're horrific. Of course, this allows us to add esh and edge. I love edge so much, it just sounds so cool. Ja, like such a cool sound, such a cool sound. I'll just write it like this in here, it's easier that way. Look at that. Now here we can do, let's see, so it's and yeah, okay, those are actually kind of chill. We can do those. Yeah. And then the J with the little spirally thingy. Where is it? Where are you? I'm very bad at navigating this for some reason. There it is. Woo, exciting. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't like velar fricatives. We can go ahead and just add H as well, because H is cool. So, there we go. We're starting to get a nice set going on here. Approximants. Let's see. Do I add a bilabial approximant of any kind? The labial approximant. Let's think. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh-ah. Let's actually add a linguolabial one. That'll be fun. So that's written as what? I think the easiest notation is probably this one. Is that what they put on here? I think that's what they put on here. Oh, they don't have a symbol on here. Okay, but normally it says that, but I think it's just easier to do it this way, so I'm going to do it this way. Definitely not an alveolar one. An alveolar one would be really bad. This is yeah. Yeah, okay, we can do this one. This one's not that bad at all. So you would write it as this. Where's that little weird minus symbol? Goofy little minus symbol. All right. I don't think it copies that into here, so it's fine. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty nice. That's easy. Let's see. Of course, we gotta have J for doing this. Let's see. What's the velar approximant? That's yeah, we gotta add it. It's so cool. It's an interesting, unique sound. It's kind of rare as well. That's the wrong symbol. This one's the one I want. I think it will actually work well and be distinctive in the language. So this is an interesting set of sounds we got here. Lateral approximants. Okay, well, there's only 2 lateral approximants I'm a big fan of. Not palato-alveolar, that was the wrong one. I'll add U here. And the one that goes in the other one is, of course, where's the Y? It's this one. So I just think this one sounds so cool, so I wanted to add it. The velar one's a bit tricky. Palato-alveolar, let's see. La, la, la. Yeah, I don't think it's distinctive with this, though, is the thing. Of course, I could add also la if I wanted to. La. But I don't want to, so I'm not going to. Could have added this approximate, I guess, but I didn't decide to. Trill-wise, let's see what good trills are there. So there's ra, ra. My goodness, ra, ra. That's really my only options here. We can go ahead and do them because I think they'll work well. I think they'll mesh well with everything. We definitely don't have a beautiful conlang or anything, but it's an interesting one. Mostly voiced from the looks of it. So that's interesting. So now we have to decide syllable structure. I'm not much for stress, so stress is kind of just whatever. Stress is just whatever you feel like it, you know? But syllable structure is C, or C, I guess, is technically right. Oh, yeah. C, V, C. And we'll make this. Let's see. I always forget what the symbols are, so I'm going to just go check. I forgot. Lateral, glider, approximate. So G would technically be right, I think. G/F is what I want. G/F. Alright, there we go. I think that's good. So if we wanted to, we could look at awkwards. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Did they change the way it looks? Looks like they tried to, but we're gonna use just G as the symbol, I guess. And then we'll make it look like C, G, V, C. And we can do another syllable, maybe. Oops. We can add some extra syllables. Possible. Filter duplicates. If we just did it with their current format, it would turn out to be this nonsense, but that's not what we want. We have to go and manually copy all of our stuff in, which is going to be kind of a pain. The easiest way to do it is just to copy this whole thing in and then just cut it down to what it's supposed to be. It's pretty easy that way, I find. So we should be able to turn this to... I could do the romanizations to see what the words actually look like, but I haven't romanized everything actually. That's something I need to do still for the consonants. So, yippee. So now we're going to go copy all of you. This one's going to be a little bit more painful. I believe. Oh well. So, we'll see. Exciting stuff. Wow, these are really close together, these ones. Hip hip. Oh, this is my second last stream, I guess, before I go on vacation, so I guess we should enjoy ourselves a bit. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm not changing what I'm doing. Sam, we gotta have fun. Come on, man. Can't just be doing this nonsense. So far, so good. And then we just have to copy the portion related to what we want. Copy this portion. I'm doing it even though I don't understand anything. That's fun. That's nice. Consonants, language. That's it. I used to do this a long time. This is incomprehensible, but yeah, we definitely use romanizations. This is unreadable. But it gives me a kind of an idea. I mean, yes, ooh is in fact a word. Max different words, that's a pretty high number. I mean, you can get this a lot higher, and this is only up to 3 syllables, but let's see. This is a hard word to pronounce, though. I don't even want to try. Let's try a different one. I think this one is That one's nice. That one's interesting. I like that. This one's easy. This one's just ooh. And then you have, let's see, there's Evie here. That one's interesting. That's what. There's some funky words in here. I don't allow for stuff like this, but this would be fa. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff here. Y is U. Oh. These are really silly. Let's see, what else is there? What can we do now? Yeah, we need to romanize these, so we have to decide how we're going to write all of these. I feel like the easiest way for a lot of them is just to choose easily writable letters for them. The problem is this one, I guess. I don't think I'm going to use Q for anything else. So the kind of curse notation I'm going to go with is an NQ notation. And then for this one, we can just do NG. Of course, for these ones, this is just P. By the way, if you don't know what it means if they don't have one of these, so this means that to write this sound, you write it with this symbol, right? But if you have one of them that don't have it, that means you just write it as it is. So, and so since some of these symbols are so atrocious and painful, you just write them in other ways instead of using them. There we go. I think this could just be C. I think that would be a reasonable notation. This, the problem is YZ is an actual cluster. I can't use YZ, I don't think. Not comfortably, anyway. See. I guess ZC is not viable? I guess ZC would work or something like that. Maybe. Let's see if there's anything. Let's see. Is there anything better? Could also use this notation, I guess. Let's see. For Esh, it's actually a bit difficult now. Let's see. Problem is I'm trying to just use the 26 letters and we have more than 26 characters here, so it's a bit difficult to figure out which ones to use. And digraphs are a bit painful. Well, since you're not allowed to do double characters anyway, I can technically just notate these as doubled. That one's fine. Okay, I could just write this as this. Let's see, palatoalveolar, this is just R, I guess. You can be W. You can be, let's see, what would be a good one for this? Well, you can just be L with the Q after it. This will be a double R. This can be a double B. These two are a bit odd. Let's see. For the voiceless one, we can probably go with HQ. And then for the voiced one, you can just maybe use a double Q notation. So the double Q would represent that sound, which is a bit odd. I think that romanizes all the difficult ones here, while only using these letters. What letters just never used? It's actually kind of an interesting question. I never used X. Actually, X might be more better for this. Let's use X for this. And then we can use, let's see, what else have I not used? Besides that, I think I used everything actually. So, let's see. Use VQ, I guess. There's nothing stopping me from it. So that'll work. I think that works. I think we got a good selection here. We can replace, I guess, all of these symbols with their notations. And then make it, therefore making it easier to read. Maybe making it easier to read. Q, this is just double S, this is double Z. Let's see, what's this? That was just C. That was EQ. This is H. This is W. This is R. This is this, I believe, was the notation I chose. That was LQ, double B, double R. And then we generate. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot to change these as well. Let's just find the same group here. Oh wait, I don't have to resort it. Is it doing it? There it is. So this is a whole heck of a lot easier to look at. The language still looks funky, such as you can have 3 Z's in a row, which kind of looks a little weird. But it also sounds a little weird, because that would be, well, there's a Q at the end here. So this double digraph is referring to using ej, and then we're going to be using j, so it's j, 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 which is kind of funky anyway. Then you also get these more elegant looking words. So we'll see. Let's see, what else can we do? Now that we have syllable structure, we have all of this romanized, and now yes, next would have to do a sentence structure. But interestingly, I want to have this interesting idea with sentence structure. So syntax is free overall, so we'll just go free. What the free word order with differing meanings. So yay. So we're going to mess with this a bit. Verbs or modifiers have affixes to change order. Anyway, so then you have SVO, which is active voice, right? Then we have OVS, passive voice. Now voice is a bit of a complicated thing because there's not much you can do with voice, I don't think. Go ahead and go here, go to voice, grammar. So you have active voice, you have passive voice, anti-passive voice, deletes or demotes the object of transfers and promotes the actor to an intransitive subject. Very common among those. Alright. Middle voice, some languages have middle voices. Function function, which is in both active and passive voices. Cooked in the oven. In the oven. It's cooked in the oven. That's interesting. I don't know if this would be counted as what would we do for the rest of these. Those are kind of obvious, but for the rest of these mess more with voice because they changed the verb focus. So you have topic centric and verb centric here. So when you start, you have VSO, you have VOS, and then you have SOV, and you have OSV. Which this is always going to be, so this will be active, this will be passive, I guess. So we can kind of just describe that this is always the difference between active and passive. But this is verb centric, and this is topic centric. I think that's the correct term. Topic grammar. So distinct topic is defined by that provides meaning. The grammatical subject is defined by syntax and given sentence of topic. It is where they need not be. I could also call it noun centric, but I think topic is good enough. I could also call it sub-object centric or something like that if I wanted to. But it's essentially meaning that focus on the verb done and not it or to whom. Yes, I can just merge these. That'd probably be best. Okay, well, then we're going going to set you to be wrap, and then we're going to, I guess, expand you again because it's doing weird stuff. Then we'll just merge all of you to wrap. Focuses on the person, subject, and object, and not the action done. So those are kind of like those are kind of more interesting cases. So say you're saying a sentence, but the focus is more on like the people. Like say you we're saying that Jake, I don't know what a good example is. Some random dude, Joe hates Rob. You know, you're trying to say Joe hates Rob, right? And you don't, the hate part isn't what's important. The important part is the fact that it's Joe and Rob. Like maybe they're like, everyone thought of them as friends or something. So the focus is on the fact that it's Joe and Rob, and not on the fact that hating was exactly the focus, because the hating is important. But it's the important focus is on the fact that of the people that are completing the hate, right? So that's a case where you might want to use this. Of course, it would also be active in that case instead of passive. So passive, it's kind of interesting because these just kind of work as different ways of different voices in a bit. And then of course, in this case, it's more important that like what's being done than really the ones doing it. So they're kind of like an afterthought, an extra detail. So now we go to modifiers. Modifier before, modifier after. So modifier before means it's an important description. Important description. And this means an extra detail. So if it's something important to it, so you would be saying something like a green ball bounced. If it's, that means that the fact that the ball was green is like important. It's an important detail to what you're saying. Or you would be saying something like the ball green bounced, trying to say that the fact that the ball was green is a detail for you to know, but it's not actually important to what happened, which would be more realistic for my example sentence here. Or maybe it was, but there would be reasons you'd want to say that the green part's important, because maybe you guys were trying to ask what happened to the green ball. A bunch of things happened to a bunch of balls, and they wanted to know what happened to the green ball. So the fact that the ball was green is therefore an important detail. Or asking about which ball, what happened to which ball, and you wanted to chime in that you knew what happened to the green ball. So there are reasons you would want to notate that, and so you can use the fact that it's before or after to detail whether or not you find it an important detail to what you're saying. So exciting. So I think that's it. I think what all should be covered in the syntax of a conlang? I feel like there should be other stuff required for every conlang. Yeah, I'm gonna trust this, certainly. Concerning the syntax. Word order, yeah, we did that. Agreements. How words agree with each other. This includes subject verb agreement. Verbs change based on the person, number, gender, and noun. Adjective. Match gender and number. And they modify case marking key. Role of nouns. Apology. Define tense. Okay. We'll do this over time. Classes define word categories. Roles into certain structure. we're mainly going to be working with a bunch of just kind of affixes that just kind of combine together to form words and create meaning, but we'll work with this. This, I think, is good for now. This is the important details, I think, about how to formulate something. So if you want to say something, you're probably going to want to know the differences between all of these. And I guess we can go ahead and cover the affix on the verb. So for SVO, this is a null affix. So that's normally marked with a big O with the cross. I'll have that. Big O, big letter O with a slash. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted the big letter O with a slash. There we go. So that means that the verb is unmarked. To describe passive voice, you mark it at the end with, let's see. Let's just use awkward to generate things. So let's see here. What would be a good one to use? I guess that would be good enough. K or key or whatever. Yeah, K. That would be best. So we'll just end it with K to mark passive. And they all end with K. They're passive. But maybe they'll change it a bit, you know. Like there's something else when you have these two. I guess we could do something like something similar to a circumfix for this. This is kind of changing a lot of the grammar of it. And we can just go ahead and use the one next to it. Voop or voop. Voop. Is that right? Voop. I think that's right. So we can just do for this, and then we can have voop. There we go. Maybe that'll be clear, or maybe. Hello, how's it going? Back to the conlang streams. How you doing? Did you ever get your computer worked out? Let's see. That's not what I wanted. I forgot what I was doing. Alright, that's what I was looking for. We can use this, I guess, right? That's what. Sounds so funny. Here, let's just generate another one. Let's generate a new set. Let's see what this says. This has a good one. Let's use low. That sounds like a good one. Not low. That's not how you say that, but that's what low, something like that. Anyway, this should be fun. That should work to give off the correct meanings for these. We can modify verbs so that they can express a whole series of different things, as well as adjectives here once we add them. So let's see. So we have, let's see, all of this. Be good. Nam and shun, those are dark. Although one of them doesn't need to. I guess the one that should is the one where it goes before. And where it's important. So this one should probably be the one. And let's actually end it with this. This one should be easier. What on earth happened? Oh, you posted a link. I'm sorry. Be careful posting links because Nightbot gets a little mad when you post links in there. I think you posted that link into the Discord, but I didn't really understand what it meant. Oh no. Please don't commit war crimes, I can't be legally liable for that. That would be a bit of trouble for me if I was liable for your war crimes. So there we go. Okay, Zion, I'm going to have to leave already because the center has not gotten any better. That's a sad tale. Gotten way worse. Oh no. Alright, well, good luck with that. Good luck fixing the potato. Or moving, or getting a new internet or something. I don't know how you'd fix that, to be honest, so bye. Let's see. Unless, don't believe in the internet. The internet, it's working? Alright, cool, that's great. It'll work till it won't. It's very good at doing that. It'll give you hope, just enough hope that you'll stay, but not enough hope to be good. So, what's next? We did syntax, we did phonology, right? We did the sounds, we did a bunch of word order stuff. What agreement should we have? I don't think I really want to mess with agreement. I think agreement will be painful. Is that a Whopper? 536 cheese. Oh, how many cheeses? That's a lot of cheeses. Hamburger. Alright, what should we do next? I don't really know. Let's see. I guess we could do cases. We could do case type stuff. Let's see. Grammatical modifiers, I guess, would be important. So let's do grammatical affixes. I guess is next, technically. Or I could do noun affixes. Noun affixes. That would work. Otherwise, in my PC in for repair. Didn't you do that before and it came back and they said it was fine? I thought you did that before. After I get it. And I'm going to instantly sell it after I get it to work. Here, have this bombshell. Have this thing that may or may not break down any minute. Just needs to work long enough to trick them into buying it, right? What's a good affixes to start with, noun-wise? Noun affixes are a bit tricky. Like, we don't need to mark anything too crazy. And prepositions, I'm hoping to have a good set of prepositions, so I don't need anything like that, case-wise. I guess we need plurality. Plurality. Affix. If it stops working and they want their money back. We're going to migrate to Cuba. That's a brilliant plan. They'll never find you. I've heard nothing. I'm not liable. And cut all contact. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just not liable, right? Like, it's not. I didn't hear any of this. For my own safety. Non-singular. Let's just go with a very basic set. Negative. Just for fun, we're gonna add a negative plurality, just because that sounds like a fun thing to do. Singular will be unmarked. Let's mark plurality at the. I love suffixes. They're so much nicer. Current setup cost is 1,300. Honestly, I have really bad perspective. I don't know how expensive that is, to be honest. I forgot how much mine is. Yeah, I guess this works. This shouldn't be bad. It's just good if I just do this. Plural. What was the other one? Yeah. Do plural shun. And I have that, but 10x less right now. Alright. I feel like my brain didn't process whatever you just said, but that's on me. That's my fault. That's on my inability to process information correctly. Alright, there we go. We got some affixes. Affixes. Woo. So if you're in debt, you can say you have nom money. you use this on your money when you're in debt. Pretty good for R5 700 and 460 with also 32 gigabytes of RAM and 3 terabytes of storage. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's too bad. It's pretty nice. That's not a bad setup either. Probably function. That's important to me, is as long as it works. Because my computer had an issue where it was like super overheating and also running out of storage and RAM and all that. It was barely running. It was barely going on. Anyway, so yeah, this would be used for things like debt. This is of course plural. This is, you have absolutely nothing. It might be overkill. Maybe, I guess. There's no such thing as overkill though, clearly. In the computer world, you'll always run into the limit. But to be fair, I want to play X-Plane 12, so nothing is over. That's what I'm saying. Nothing can be overkill. You will always reach your computer's limit at some point when you're doing something silly. Alright, what else is there besides plurality? I forgot. I don't want to do grammatical gender. Grammatical gender is such a pain. You always have to remember it. Let's see if there's any good cases. Like, hold my disbelief. Maybe there's some good cases where it's like, okay, these could be interesting. Case. I want case grammar. Grammatical case. See also list of grammatical cases. Alright, so here's the thing. Location cases, I don't care about. Because this can just all be done with prepositions, so it's not really important. Right? Motion via, yeah, alright. Specifying time. Like, all of this can just be done with, like, prepositions, so that's fine. To play X-Planes 12 Ultra Graphics, you need like 93, 48, 90s. That's ridiculous. That's insane. 1490. Run it. And this might sound stupid, but what is X-Plane 12? Just flights. I mean, I kind of could have guessed it was a flight simulator, but is it like, what does it look like? Yeah, alright, yeah, that makes sense. Heads up. Let's see. What? Morphosyntactic alignment for me. Agent. So I don't need like object, subject or object stuff. Like that's like not that important to me. Or well, I guess I could use it. Correct. So I could use some cases. I guess I can use case. Yeah. It is graphically second place, and in terms of physics, it's first in the flight simulator world. All right. I don't play for flight simulators much. Shocking information, I know. I've never been good at the old flying and driving type games, but I respect people that can play them. Most physically accurate flight simulator. That's in a difficult to difficult to make, difficult to play. Impressive for sure on both ends. Absolutely. Are you planning to just like recreate that famous date that's in September type of thing playing it? Just realized my iPad is at 2%, so I gotta run. Alright. See you later, Ice. Hope you had fun. Let's see. Got bye. We got, let's see, absolutive, accusative, patient, subject, nominative, right, nominative, accusative. Let's do that. We need nominative. You can't create nine. I more just meant like crashing the plane into stuff. Nominative. Accusative, was it? Is that the one I said? Yeah. Ergative. Agent, subject. Pushed. Objective, director, indirect. 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 You can crash the plane. Even if you change the year and time, I'm pretty sure you just can't. Alright. Indirect. Crash physics aren't realistic, but it does happen. I was just more meaning if you like were trying to fly well or just trying to crash into things as like your goal with it. Because I know I would probably just crash into stuff on purpose for a bit and then get bored. Indirect. Instructive. Just how. We'll also add some other nice ones like instructive and instrumental. Instructive, instrumental. 2012 isn't the BM&B of flight simulators. It's not like able to do that well. That's sad. You know, all I want in life is to crash into things. It'd be funny though. But crashing's the fun part. Yeah, I guess it should be indirect. What am I doing? Changing that. Oblique, all around case, any situation except nominative or vocative. Agentive, agent, clausative, dative argument, and case the subject of an intransitive or the logical complement. Relation. Yeah. All around indirect case right now. Pudding or fear. By the way, I'm kind of addicted to X-Plane 12. I've done 8 flight from Lisbon to New York and like a 10-hour flight from Boston to London. Alright, that's not bad. That's like I'm just like not that committed, but hey, you do you, man. Ability to be so committed as to actually just do that flight, it's crazy. Like I don't even know if I'd be willing to just be on that flight. Actually go out of your way and just fly it for fun. I'm committed. See, this is why I don't have many completions in games. It's just like I'm just not committed, you know. Just don't got it. Oh, this is what always happens when I do cases. I just want all the cases. But I feel like I can do a lot of these. Prepositions will be more interesting for a lot of the rest of these. Semantics. They're used for mounts. Noun. Yeah, used for addressing. State. Let's do a two 4-hour flights daily. That's crazy. Like, how long, like, could I do a flight for that I'd be willing? Sometimes three to 4-hour flights. That's crazy. Like, I would probably max out at a 2-hour flight. 1 2-hour flight, and I am done. I've done it. Like, if I was just chilling, maybe hanging out, like, if my focus was not on the game, which undoubtedly it would have to be so that I don't crash into something and actually get there. If I'm not focused on it, maybe I could do a longer flight where I'm just like hanging out with friends or something and just playing it while we're talking or something, maybe, or streaming. But besides that, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. I'm surprised no one's done, like, you know how people do like drinking while like playing Trucker Simulator or whatever? Like, someone should do drinking while playing a flight simulator. That'd be fun. Let's see, let's get some good cases. Let's just generate 1,000. It'll be easier that way. Wow. Alright, here we go. So we have for some reason I'm not committed to GD, but I can do 7-hour flights where I do nothing and let autoplay do its thing. I guess I'm not really that committed to GD. Like, on my own, I cannot just sit and play a level for hours. Like, on chill streams, I can just play espionage for like a good solid hour or like 40 or 50 minutes, or that one stream where I tried to verify a level for like 3 hours. Like, there I can be very long committed, but on my own I just don't have a reason to. Like, I don't have the motivation to do that kind of thing, you know. I usually talk to people on Discord when I play Explain 12. I feel like you have to have something. You have to be doing something on the side to be able to play a game for that long, especially when it's not too intensive. Like, it's just not going to be that engaging to play on your own for 7 hours. I guess one of these has to be unmarked, so I guess I can do this one. In real life, the only person you can conversation with is the other pilot. Yeah, but here's the thing. In um, real life, that's just like a job. So you're just doing your job at that rate. And I think it's actually probably more interesting to fly a real plane than to fly one digitally. But when I have a PC that isn't cooked, yeah, that's fair. Can I just do generic? Generic other. Generic other can be something fairly weird. Like, where was that one that I saw? Gone. There it is. So if I just do there we go. Should be good. So I think we can just do start of the words for cases here. Accusative needs something simple. Foo. That's really simple. Let's just do foo. So very easy to write a basic generic sentence then. Indirect. I guess I could just write like something simpler, similar and simple. Instructive. Game is always gonna be more fun. I don't know, man. Like, I guess I just don't get it. How you could even be a pilot? Like that must be a lot of the same. I guess you get to look at a lot of stuff like in real life, which is kind of cool. You get to see it for yourself, like as you're flying over something, you get to see it all out, or just clouds. It's like the ultimate window seat to be the pilot. I guess that will work for this. That's like what? What is up with Y here, actually? Oh yeah, I forgot what Y was. I confused it with actual Y. And we'll use this one for the last. Which is actually a very simple one, it's just that it uses digraphs. If you do it in game, it's really your choice to do it. The job IRL is your choice, but the flights aren't. I mean, that's true, right? But I still feel like it's just more like there's more engagement to it in real life, you know? Yeah, what to fly, where to fly. I don't know. I mean, I can't say, as I've neither played the game nor been a pilot for a year, so I can't really say which one's more enjoyable. Anyway, we got some cases now. Pretty good. We're getting stuff done. What else is something? Affixes on nouns. I think this is not going to give me what I want. No. Beside, besides count, plurality and cases, what common affixes for nouns? Types. Oh my gosh, you are literally stupid. You are an idiot. I so carefully phrased my question. By the way, I've flown a plane. Wait, hold on. You sent two messages I didn't see. There are full-on flight similars that make it way more immersive. By the way, I've flown a plane IRL, and game is way more fun. I mean, yeah, I think some people might enjoy IRL more though, like a certain type of person. Was asking about. I was asking what types of grammar are often marked on nouns via affixes. What? You gotta be kidding me. There's no way this thing's about to give me the exact same answer. That's actually crazy. Wow. Alright, maybe this is what I want. Tense number gender. But because Earth and Mother Nature, the end game is more fun. It depends on the condition, right? I guess. Like, ooh, possessive. That's something I didn't notate. That'd be useful. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think flying through a storm would be really something. Or having to fly by your instruments instead of having any clue what's happening. That'd be interesting. That'd be a fun time. Like, I guess there's just a lot to experience either way. And also, and as an actual pilot, you get paid money, and money is cool. So, anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot to mark possessive. So let's see. Go here. Find something basic for possessive. Yeah. Let you make it in the word too. I feel like that one's gonna be difficult, but it's a very different affix. Effectively, it's very different, so it's not really considered a case in the functioning of it. Not like the other cases, but it is a case technically. So, I don't know. I want to do some basic verb affixes, I guess, next. Oh, instrumental flying rules and visual flying rules are so different. Yeah, both are very fun in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, again, never phone a plane, but I know that when you're like in certain scenarios, you're supposed to just go by the instruments, and it's like it sounds so interesting. Like it's like having completely different senses. It's odd. You must trust the machine. Oh, what on earth is it holding it from chat for? Oh, okay. I don't care. I remember I usually play with real weather when I had an instrument landing on the spot because the place I was landing had crap visibility. Yeah. Next we need tenses. Let's see. Tense and aspect, I think, are normal. Tense and mood or tense and aspect. Let's see. Forgot which is normally combined with which. Don't pause auto scroll. Stupid. Aspect. Grammar. Grammatical aspect. Also. Oh, they don't have a list. Oh, there's a list there. Yeah, so aspect is normally given with it. Funnily enough, that place is Tallinn Airport. I like how you say funnily enough. Oh, your home airport. Okay. Because I had no idea what Tallinn Airport was, so thanks for explaining that. Yeah, I guess that's rough. The places with the worst visibility in life are the places closest to you. It's probably like a deep meaning or something, but I just made it up. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't mean anything. Tense and aspect. And this. So we're gonna put tenses here, aspects here, or something. Let's see, perfective and event. We got perfective. Exciting. Perfective. Blah, 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 blah. Momentane. Momentane. Let's see. Perfect. Common. Playing with rain is fun in simulators. Wait, knob was what it was censoring? I didn't even check. That's crazy. Anyway, playing with rain is fun in simulators when you're going slow, because it's one time when the windshield wiper knob is used. This is gonna sound stupid. I didn't even know they had windshield wipers. Didn't know that was a thing. I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. It feels like such a car thing. Did I put momentane? Am I that stupid? Yes, I am that stupid. No, we're not putting momentane, you stupid dum-dum. I'm not doing that. General 2 is nomic. Alright, we can put nomic. Can I stop clicking on everything but what I want to? Thank you. Nomic. Discontinuous. In English is a sentence such as I put it on the table. It's neutral in implication. Objects still be on the table or not, but in some languages such as Chichewa, the equivalent tense carries an implication that the object is no longer there. It's thus the perfect. Alright. Prospective. Imperfective. An activity with ongoing nature combines with continuous and habitual aspects. You can have habitual and continuous here. Habitual, which is like a habit, and continuous, which is like something you're still doing. Pretty obvious what those mean, I think. Honestly, I'd be so down to actually try and explain what all of these mean. But it would just take forever. Because of Federal Aviation Administration, all commercial planes are required to have windshield wipers for better visibility in bad rain or very misty conditions. I mean, it makes sense. I just didn't think about it. Like, it just never came to my mind that they would have those. Let's see. New. Native, we have a new state, static. Terminative. Terminative is so fun. I love terminative. So I just gotta have terminative, because terminative is so fun. Experiential. I've gone to school many times. Let's see. I'm losing my voice, man. I'm dying. Funny how on the stream for a conlang I'm losing my voice. See, frequentive, sparkled, contrary. I love when we contrast it sparkled with it sparkled. That's a really clear meaning. Or I run around versus I run, right? Iterative. Iterative is interesting. Iterative is useful, so we can do iterative as well. Anyway, let's go to tense now. Tense. This is mainly grammar. I don't think they have any possible tenses. We have all three basics, which of course we must have, you know. We got past, present, future, never. This feels useful. Fun fact, some planes have a built-in printer. Used to print out important information that you need to document for safety reasons, like flight conditions. That's interesting. How often? You think they've ever just run out of ink in the middle of a flight? Think they'd get in trouble for that? They ran out of ink during the flight. And they need to like print something, but they can't. Let's see. Like I could add a bunch on here, like non-past, non-present, non-future, stuff like that. Imprecise, non-specify, specify. I can spell. Seems you know a lot about planes. Like that's you have an like I also have a friend that also knows an absurd amount about planes. Well, I don't know if they know a lot, but they'll like play like plane simulators too and stuff like that. So they've been classified as the engineer in our friend group for a couple of reasons. The essence referring specifically yesterday. I have 4 more instances making switch up in past remote password. That's historic. I guess historic would also be nice to have. Historic or in another timeline, that'd be interesting. And fun fact, most newer commercial planes only require you to really move, pressing a minimum of 10 things to turn the plane on, and for private planes it could go as low as 3 things need to move, turn on. That is crazy. I know you can get a plane, like a pilot license before, like at least here I think you can get before you can get a driver's license. But to me, it just seems so odd that it's possible, right? That it can be easier to be a pilot than a driver. But I guess it's like a lot more open of a space. Like it's a lot harder to hit things. So I guess it makes sense. But it's also just much more complicated to navigate, it feels like. Navigate. Particular languages also. So tenses, spatial tense. That's a thing. The grammatical kind refers to the indication of the place of an event, analogous to the more common category of grammatical tense to indicate the time event. The term spatial tense is mostly employed in the grammar of Lojban in artificial language. Lojban, temporal, and spatial tense are treated alike when present. They're marked by particles that may appear in different parts of a sentence according to the emphasis the speaker wants to convey. This spatial tense morphemes show position and or central to the speaker. The difference between spatial tense and like here to the left lies in the fact that these are simply lexical terms, while spatial tense is a grammatical category. Interesting. Anyway. So I feel like this is a good one, like a good list of things. Tense-wise, like it's very useful for most cases. But now we have to create a whole chunk here. Let's see. That's 7 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 42 different affixes. That's a lot of affixes. Goodness gracious. Alright. Do I want them to be at the beginning of the word, tenses, or after? Tense and aspect. I guess we can start words with that. Let's see. What should be the unmarked one? I guess perfective present. Perfective. Wait, hold on. Let's go aspect again. Aspect. Perfective. Struck a bell. Princess important structure during its occurrence. I guess. Yeah. I guess this could be the unmarked because, to be real with you, no reason to. What the heck happened here? Oh, wait, hold on. What the heck happened here? Let's go Arimo and 10. Goodness gracious. Not specified. If you do a perfective event with a non-specified time, you do not have to mark it, which is cool. But yeah, Gauze, one of them. Then we have, I don't know if this was what I saw. I really don't remember at this point. Is it? No, it was a Y. Let's actually use same vowel for these though. Just different consonants. That makes sense to me. So maybe, I don't know. You can also just then just fill it in myself. That should work. And then when we do different ones, we will have different vowels. Including U, which needs a new consonant. Let's use. That would be a very bad idea. Don't use that one. Let's use TJ, I guess. Let's use E for this, I think. This is going to use up a bunch of them, but not that many. I think we can work with it still. So this actually gives you a lot of grammatical power with this set. Almost complete grammatical power. Let's see. So this one can be O, sure. O, and then U. That's not how you say it. I'm just saying it like that because why not? Whoa. And then we have, of course, I, this, what was habitual? It was an O. Let's make it an O, but we'll add a K at the end. So, because they're similar. Alright, there we go. That's not too bad. I'll probably end the stream once we get to the 2-hour mark, I think. I think that'll be as long as I want to go. And then tomorrow night will be the final stream till before I go on vacation. Be a chill stream, nice, chill out before I chill out for a week. And then maybe do a stream when I get back half dead. You know, that's the plan. Let's see. What left is there? Tenses and aspect. So now we have mood, which is next, I think. Fun fact, the most popular commercial plane is actually the Airbus A320, even though it was first built in the 70s and it's also the safest planes. That reminds me, I saw a funny video by Zach, was it Zach Star himself or something like that is the name of his channel. I subscribe to him, I watch his videos, right? And he had a whole thing about Boeing celebrating over an Airbus crash. It was a funny video. Food's more interesting, naturally. That is easy. What's their attitude toward what they're saying? Example of the situation. I forgot what it's called. Let me look something up. I'm looking up something else. In Cherokee, they have this thing that they use in the language. This is not the language, is it? Language is Cherokee. I want the Cherokee language. In its grammar, it has something interesting that's used. Is it? Seriously, not make mention of it? Key meaning linked containing nominal. Verb, root, and aspect suffix. And a modal suffix for total for tenses. Are you pronominal, reflexive? The verb has, that's a crazy amount. The prenominal. That's interesting. Because I thought it had something that had to do with Cherokee grammar. There's a whole page about it. Yeah. Static, blah blah blah. Fun fact, Boeing made a plane that was too powerful, so they had to a system so the plane didn't pitch up too much. So the system ended up failing, killing more people than of course. Genius, guys. Did they not test it beforehand? Did they not care to test it? Make sure it worked? Today. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Mention it. Yeah, whatever. I don't feel like looking at that forever. So we'll just look at these. What is indicative? Indicative or eventual moves used for factual statement of possible. Indicate moves found in all languages. Example, balls eaten upward. Sorry. So mood is different. Mood, affix, indicative, and wow, this one's gonna be crazy. Guess what? What? It's unmarked. That's insane. The most basic mood is unmarked. Subjunctive, conditional, optive, subs, wishes, or commands, and that's other. Fun facts. Another one. Yay, another fun fact, guys. We get to learn fun things. Boeing 737 MAX was grounded almost instantly after having 3 crashes happen after the failing systems. Yay! Oh no. Oh no. Interrogative mood to expressing questions. You should not have a special mood for asking questions, with the exception include. Yeah, we're gonna do that because interrogative mood is fun. Interrogative. We'll use suffixes, of course, for mood. Let's see. It's a good one. Let's use this. This looks like it would be fun. This looks like it would be enjoyable. To be our interrogative verb thing. You can know that your verb is asking a question. Unless it's just a weird verb which ends in that for some reason. Would be awkward. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't even think that'd be awkward. I think I just said words. Control mood is a mood, probably thinking that in the opinion of the speaker, the action or occurrence is likely to use and finish. Interesting. Let's have potential as well. Conjunctive. Conjunctive. Okay, so we'll add those two. To get subjunctive and potential. Not much, nothing crazy. Putting a whole boatload of meaning and stuff. I mean, you can just use adverbs, right? Like, realistically, adverbs can just carry anything you want, any meaning ever. You work with them. So, subjunctive. Yeah, we need to get these. That's what I'm looking for. Fun fact. I love all of our fun facts that we're getting. There's so many fun facts that are so fun and fun. Fun fact, Boeing has the second most popular airplane. That being the Boeing 737 and the 737 MAX variants weren't the only ones crashing. The 200, one of the oldest ones, had a problem with the rudder, making it fully locked specific direction in specific conditions, also causing 2 to 3 crashes. That's so exciting, right? Like, wow. That makes everyone want to get on planes. I can just feel them wanting to get on the plane right now. You know? Let's use this. Seems like a good ending for it. Then Suhu. That'd be so fun. Let's do that. So there you go. You get a bunch of moods, basic moods that are fairly common and useful. What else? What else do we got here? We have tense mood and aspect. We have voice. We can already express that. See. Fun fact, planes are the safest form of travel. The only reason people are scared of planes is because of People like to only highlight the problems. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they are definitely safer. But like you just hear numbers and you're like, oh goodness, they crash 2 to 3 times. It could have been me. In reality, cars crash like a bajillion times a day, so you know, that's exciting. Um spatial relation. Spatial relation. This is to express a spatial relationship. So you have the thing happening is non-spatial or non-specified. These are the most. This is, of course, the unmarked case. This is another case. These are the affix. And then you have, let's see, considerably behind and in front of. Behind. Backwards. Forwards. Spatially. Fun fact, a plane is not a car, yet in some cases, when private planes have an engine failure on their small private plane, they land on the highway. Great. Well, you better hope it's not like really heavy traffic at that time, or they're all goners. They're all dead. They're doomed. The spatial relations are just going to be infixes because I want to screw everyone over and make them feel pain. So we're going to have this whole like so. This is going to be first syllable. First syllable. Great. That's how all of these work. So you have so, you got zoo, and let's see what's else. Fun fact, there are more planes in the sea than submarines in the air. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Like, if the number of submarines in the air hits a number that's above like 1, I'm scared. Like 1, okay, maybe someone is flying a submarine somewhere, alright? That's fine. Once that number starts getting high, I'm scared. I think something's gone horribly wrong. Let's see. Let's use this as well. Because I definitely need to be copying and pasting these because I can't just remember them. So there you go. That's how you describe spatial relationships. And backwards and forwards is just like on the path of travel. Right? So if you want to, you can mark something as a non-spatial thing. So, you know, that means it just doesn't have any form of real spatial importance or meaning. But backwards means that on whatever path you're traveling, the thing that's being described happened on a thing that's behind you. Or you can describe something that happens on the path that you're still going on in front of you. Fun fact, planes are cylinders because a flying pyramid is not practical. I guess so. I guess a flying pyramid is not practical. Um, but clearly we need to look more into this disc design. I think the aliens have it figured out, you know, with the whole idea of a flying saucer, or maybe an orb. I think an orb might work too, just a sphere. You know, like might as well. Because everyone knows that spheres are very easy to steer. And control. Same. I need one for same location. Same point. So let's see. We'll just use Vu because I can. So I bet people will suffer because of these. Spatial relation will just absolutely destroy them. Because it carries meaning, but it's going to be so hard to figure out if that's there or not. I guess I could use a grammatical infix notator. So just so that infixes are easier to see, I can just notate them with this. Oops. Hold up, 1 millimeter. Single pixel. There we go. Exciting stuff right here. So you can already describe a lot of stuff, like a lot of junk you can just describe. That's where it's illegal to do that. It's illegal to play chess and do the thing at the same time. But it's not illegal to be underage drinking with parent permission. Yeah, that makes sense. That, like, chess is a gentleman's game, right? You can't possibly be doing such activities while playing a game such as chess. It would lower the respect of the chess. But, you know, drinking, it's whatever, you know. I mean, I think I heard one time that Germans can just drink, don't have a drinking age, so, you know, might as well just drink. Might as well just burn the brain cells, right? If the parents are fine with it. Is, here, I guess I should do this in phonology. Is a grammar symbol ease of reading to make is especially infixes more clear. But yeah, I forgot, for some reason it does not let you do that. Can I just put space there? Fine. There we go. Alright. I don't know what they're doing. I'm playing planes are not actually fish. Or actually not fish. That's like actually surprising information for me. I always thought they were fish my whole life. Like, just considering everything globally, I thought they were fish. Considering most information. What left is there, man, to do here? Let's see. Because there's technically negation and stuff like that, but I don't wanna. Type change affixes. Type change affixes. Actually, let's just put this in syntax. Yep. So word change affixes. I don't think that breaks anything. We got verb to to verb, to noun, to modifier. 1 a.m. and I have to wake up at 6:30. Alright, you can go to bed. You don't have to stay, man. Or whatever. I don't know. You don't have to stay, that's my point. You can go to bed. Please sleep. I'm not kidnapping you here. Verb, noun, modifier. So if you want to send one type to another. Of course, you don't mark this. I think that these are pretty obviously not marked. Oh. Yeah, should we use suffixes? I guess we should. Night night. See ya. I guess we should use maybe a circumfix would be interesting for this. Use circumfixes. Oh, you can try that. Let's go with maybe sec. Sec seems interesting. Could make it literally the same if I wanted to. Let's go ahead and make it the same. Nah, let's not. Can just do this though. Reverse it. That's kind of cool. And then we also have zeg. Zeg. Yes. And then we have let's see. Oopsies. Oh boy. That one's gonna destroy me. I'm gonna be done for. And then we have should do het. Then we have there we go. I think that's good. I think that's a good one. Good set for this. I think that's useful. So now we can turn verbs into nouns, nouns into verbs, change a noun into a modifier, stuff like that. So say you wanted to instead describe something that's like this. Of course, there's probably better ways of doing it, more descriptive ways, which you could maybe use like other types of words for. But for now, this is the easiest way of doing it. Just having a very simple set here that just takes things to verbs, to nouns, to modifier. And the modifier is just not very precise. It just means that it's becoming modifying words. It's modifying it with its normal meaning. So it can mean a lot of things. You kind of have to figure it out based off context what it even means. So changing a modifier to a verb or to a noun might be odd, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's left to do. I said I was going to go till 2, but honestly, I feel like this is a good stopping point. And considering it's 6:09, I think that's a good stopping point, actually. So maybe I'll just get off now. That's the wrong one. I clicked the wrong button. Whoopsie daisy. But bye now. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I've had a good time. We did conlangging. We just chatted a lot. I can point in the right direction. We chatted a bunch with different peoples. So, you know, that was a good stream. We had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. I think this is a much better way of doing the conlang streams. I have one stream left tomorrow night, probably. And that'll be it. We'll be done. Or till I get back from vacation, of course. Which will be a week. No stream. It'll be disappointing. I know it's gonna be very upsetting, but I'll see you then. Get off now. I feel like I'm probably forgetting something, but see ya. Bye.